Well, hey there, magic monsters, you magic monsters. You welcome to the stream. Just clearing this crumbs off my desk here. I don't know about you, but I eat my snacks at my computer desk. And I just had some snacks from Trader Joe's. Check out this Humble Bundle. Seems like a pretty good deal. Pretty exciting. I thought I had given them the new updated image for the dragons, but I guess maybe that didn't get there. But that's okay. That's what I've been doing for the past 13 days. Getting this all set up, and Devils too. New images for the Devils, but that didn't apparently get there. But that's okay. Making new videos. Did you see those new videos? Pretty cool new videos. You can see them all on infinitypbr.com/click the YouTube button. Welcome to the stream, everybody. So this is, of course, as it says in the description, ask me anything about Infinity PBR. Can't answer all your questions, so it can't be ask me anything because I don't know everything. I can make shit up, but you know, I'm probably gonna be wrong. So feel free to ask away in the chat if you'd like to know anything about the Humble Bundle or about Infinity PBR or about the content or about how to use the content or about anything related to that type of stuff. And yeah, and this Dragons 2 was not actually supposed to be in the bundle. Originally it was, but then I opened it up and realized that it needed some fixing, and so I removed it and replaced it with something else. I forget what. Maybe the Scorpion. That's the wrong price. It's not $19.99. It's more than that. But then they probably, I guess, doing miscommunication. So now it's in the bundle, and now I'm going to update it. Oh, you picked it up. Thank you, Morbo. Welcome to the stream, and thanks for the support. They are not used in the Mastery course. Jason Weimann did make this game modules course specifically for the game modules, and that one does include or make use of the armor pack 2, the half orc characters, weapons and armor pack, the dungeon, and some of the bad guys as well. I mean, they could be good guys, who am I to say, but the classically bad guys as well. So that makes use of a bunch of the stuff, and it basically is a course where you go out setting up a game using the game modules, and so it kind of teaches you a how-to on using that, which is a system that I'm using for my own game, Legend of the Stones, and it's essentially the things I make for that game I'm putting in here, and they're pretty helpful. Once you get it set up, it's makes it a lot easier to manage data and to add new things like items and stats and link them all together in various ways that automatically compute, so you don't actually have to worry about doing that in your project. Yeah. Apparently, from what I've heard, is if you got the bundle early, thank you, by the way, for doing that, and helping get this average price up to $28.74. That's super helpful. Now you just click the same button to the reveal button. I guess there's a reveal button. That's the button, and you click that, and there will be a new code that will give you the Dragons 2 if you didn't get that originally. So, yeah, JT, it's a good one. I hope it's better than the one we had 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we were fortunate enough to have one, and that was an amazing experience. I think there was like 8,500 to 9,000 sales, which was great. A lot of new folks came into the Discord. I think I had just started the Discord right about then. A lot of new YouTube subscribers, which was great. And so this one I wanted to, I originally actually, I asked and got the yes answer from Humble Bundle just a few weeks ago, not long ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago. And so originally we were planning on maybe November timeframe, October, November, and I was going to have some brand new content that was going to be specific to the Humble Bundle, so that for folks who have been around for a while, there'd be something brand spanking new in there. Unfortunately or fortunately, however you want to look at it, I got a message about 13 days ago, now 14 days ago, I suppose, saying, hey, how about this date? And it was the 28th. And I said, okay, because they said that should be a good date. And I said, okay. So I dropped everything that I was doing and said, let's do this. And so that's where we are. And that's why there are some repeats. The dragons figure for new people, it's brand new. But I put the half orc instead of the human in. Plus, I think the half orcs are pretty great, and they can be humans and elves, and that's pretty snazzy. So I wanted to throw in new stuff, but there are some, like the Battle Sounds library that was there before. But for new people, it's all brand new. Ah, new one for Christmas, you say, huh? That is interesting. I wonder if it's possible to do one per year. Now, the thing about this, the Humble Bundle, the last one essentially funded a whole bunch of cool stuff, new packs, but also a bunch of videos. For a while, we had a guy making videos and all that stuff, and that was super helpful. And we've been, kind of breaking even since then, which is nice because it's my savings if we don't break even. So that's nice. And so this is basically going to allow me to hire new artists. And so the question is, can we bump out enough content to make another Humble Bundle in a year? I don't think Christmas is reasonable, but maybe every year, if they like the performance and everybody likes the performance, then that would be pretty interesting. Not sure how that would work out, but certainly wouldn't want people delaying purchase in order to wait for a Humble Bundle, though. That wouldn't be very good. But yeah. Well, I'm glad you still got it, Moonhaven. Thank you for the support. It's super handy, and really, I think we can all learn a lot from the courses from Jason. My first experience with Jason was actually signing up for his architecture course a few years back, and that was helpful. So, lot there. This is my Photoshop. Let's see if you can make it fill the screen here. This is my Photoshop file for all this stuff. As you can see, I've got it all organized by different characters. Whoops. And well, the other ones are on top, I guess. Oh yeah, it's like reverse alphabetized. So the Weeper's way up here. And you can see that I've also been doing these overlays on top. So doing that just to make them pop a little bit more. Hopefully they do pop a little bit more and get more eyeballs on them. So those are my little templates I've got going on, and this one as well. It's not Cobra Snake. And that makes me wonder, did I upload the video for the Weeper and call it the Cobra Snake? It's very, very possible. Oh, I didn't. The Weeper's not in this. The Weeper's on the asset store. Anyways, it's possible that I didn't put Weeper. So let's fix that right now. Weeper. Export. Save as web legacy. Honestly, they say save for web legacy, but I don't know why it's legacy. It really should be just, I don't know. I haven't found a better way to save stuff at good file sizes. Anyways, all right, so that's been fixed off to upload to YouTube. But if we go to Unity, oh my gosh, there's noise in the house now. If we go to Unity, you can see a preview of something we're working on. Look at that guy. A forest warrior is what we're calling it. What do you think? What do you think about this forest warrior? The eyeballs aren't there yet because we're smarter now about eyeballs. And look, it needs to be fixed. So this is still work in progress. But the eyeballs are all going to have the shared eyeball texture, so you can throw in all sorts of eyeballs there. And over time, we're going to fix all the others so that their eyeballs can also do that, because these ones are not set up for that, and that's too bad. That was something that when I realized, I was like, holy shit, we should have been doing this all along. Anyways, let me delete that. We don't need that to save that in the scene. That was just me testing. And let's bring in the dragons too. I built my own little helper script because I was tired of bringing packages in and out, and so I built a script just to do it for me, because it gets very tedious bringing them in and out of the structure since there's so much shared stuff. Uh-oh. What did I do? I think I may have accidentally dragged this up here. Or it's just bringing in the scripts? Or both? No? Okay, good. It's always annoying when you accidentally drag things around. Hi, Ed. I'm glad you appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's a good deal. So this is the problem with the Dragon, Dragon 2. I went to go set it all up, and I've got some new setup scripts for the demo scenes, and I'm removing this copy about this because, man, they haven't been customizable in the editor with sliders and color pickers. They haven't been. That's been years since that's been the case. But for some reason, a lot of the demo scenes still have that copy, and every once in a while it confuses someone. But that was back in the day when Substance Designer was built into the engine. So it's been many years. So I'm updating things, but what I realized was that I went into the Dragon demo here, and I was setting it up with not the Blend Shapes Manager, but the wait a minute. Oh, Blend Shapes Manager down there. Yeah, this is the old one. Removing that, and then also we have to set up the prefab and object manager, which makes it much easier to manage these things, even though they're just there. But the problem was that these have missing meshes, the other heads. So if I turn off head A, head B just isn't there at all, and it's because it has a missing mesh. But the problem was that it's completely missing. It was just missing. So I don't know what's going on here. So I don't remember where I stopped. I realized, okay, I don't have time to do this right now, and so I took it out of the bundle, but that was apparently they copied it into the bundle before. So, okay, so we do have meshes. That's good. That's a very, very good thing. The question is there a mesh on this one? Nope, this one is missing. Isn't that weird? Why is this one missing the mesh entirely? Oh, this one's not rigged, I bet. I bet this is, I probably brought it in, and yeah, this one's not rigged. Shit. All right, well, maybe. Okay, so the heads do exist in the real world, but they're not on the rigged young dragon. So this one is you can tell it's the one that's unrigged because the two tails are side by side. When the rigged one, they'd be together. But so let's just delete that to not confuse myself, and let's look at this just to see. And same deal, no other heads. Yeah, I swear there used to be other heads. I mean, we saw it in the model. Oh, did I swear? Well, this never claimed to be a child-friendly show. My audience is clearly, based on all of your images in the chat, most of my audience is clearly not young children anymore. Let's be honest with ourselves, everybody. But let me find Dragons 2. Let's see, asset store work. As would be Dragon. I think it's still called Young Dragons. These are supposed to be Young Dragons, but I changed it to Dragon 2 because it didn't sell that well, and changing the name didn't really change anything. All right, let's see. Is it somewhere in here? Back features, body and tails. Export map, exports. Head A, head B, head C. High poly. Young Dragon FBX. And I don't think I have it. April 22nd, and this one's May 8th. I think this is the one that I had brought in before. Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to go to Katie and ask her if she has it. She did the animating for this, so I just don't have any idea why. Let me see. Find Young Dragon.fbx. why the heads are suddenly missing. Let's see. Where's this one? Temp projects. Let me bring this in. This is probably not the right one too. This is from an earlier iteration of this projects project. And nope. All right. And let me check one other thing. I'm so sorry. This is a boring part of the video. Oh, Jason Weimann. Hi. Hello, Jason. Yeah, I agree with Sean. Let me load up my Airtable that I use with my wonderful artists that I work with. And this is the wrong one. It has to be in this application. Otherwise, I go to the wrong Airtable. Game asset projects. I know there's one here. Oh, I hope I didn't delete it. But yeah, Young Dragon Wing thing. It's done. And is it the file here? The file is not here. All right, so one other thing to check. And that is, have you noticed, I don't know if you've noticed, but the hub randomly removes projects. It doesn't remove projects that you haven't used for a while, because there's all these projects that I haven't used for a while. But then a project that I use with my animator, one of my animators, is gone from here. But if I add to from my disk, work with, where is it? Work with Katie, add project. It shows up again. See, I only used it 13 days ago. But I don't know. Ooh, mostly Maya. Oh no, 3D Studio Max for the rigging. Created is going to be ZBrush and Maya mostly. And probably others that if I'm not aware of. And then most of the animation has been done in 3D Studio Max, as far as I know. All right. See, I told you it wasn't family friendly. Okay. Dragon. Nope, that's not how you spell it. Dragon. Baby dragon. Young dragon. Reveal in Finder. No, let's just bring it in here. And all right, so this is my guess. My guess is that when we fixed the fins, accidentally the two heads were removed. And so Katie, the animator, wonderful animator, will have to go about getting me a new one. So we can't fix the dragon yet. Not until I get that. So for anyone who gets the dragon, there are two other heads. They will be coming, but they aren't here yet. So the question, here's the big question then. What should we do? Should we set up another character that hasn't been converted over to the new system, or should we do something else? If you have any questions, let me know. Here's the dungeon. This is the project I've been using for taking videos and photos. So it's one of those hacked together projects with a mismatch, words of all sorts of different things. I made this whole other room over here in order to make that photo of all the RPG character complete bundle image, and I had to use Photoshop. I made 3 layers and I photoshopped them together, and it took like 3 or 4 hours all to make one image, but hopefully it works out well. But this is what I've been using for making videos and photos. Photos just being screen grabs, and the videos using the Unity recorder, which if you've not used the recorder yet, it's the best way to make things have 60 frames per second without any clipping or anything like that. I still have to get the audio working properly with the stream because I'm pretty sure you can only hear my computer audio through the microphone, which of course makes no sense. Yeah. I'm going to bring that down a little bit. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And then sometimes I'll take these and I'll go in here and I'll get a weeper and I'll click on it and I'll say, let me, well, first in my scene, I'll lower the time scale down so that they go a little slower. And then I'll take this, go in the animator, and I'll say, let's do the taunt animation. And then when I think it's a cool look, I will say, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Turn off the animator, and now I can just move it around. Just like it's a doll. Whoops. If I select it properly at least, and then select this button, then I can just move it around and I can pose it and all that stuff. And that's how that's one of the ways I've been posing things. And then using this to move around, taking a screenshot. But yep. So what I think I'll do, if anyone has any questions, do feel free to ask. I am in a talkative mood tonight. I'm drinking an iced coffee beverage, and yeah. So let's look at the Fishman. I really like the Fishman. Oh, and also, if any of you are into sci-fi stuff, let me know. Some guy named Jason Story was telling me that he thinks I should make sci-fi stuff, and well, there's about to be an influx of some cash, and that might mean that it's time to branch out to some sci-fi stuff, but only if people want it. And I'm guessing people do. Ooh, what's my personal favorite? That's a tough question. So dragons have a special part in my heart because if it wasn't for the dragons, I wouldn't still be doing this. Because that one was the one that carried Infinity PBR for a while. I had to get the full-time job because I was making money and I ran out of my savings on it. And but I got the job, and that has been helpful, and that's been 5 years. But so dragons, but really, I think classically, I always talk about the Serpent Warrior being one of my favorites. I really like Medusa as well. I just like that Medusa has both the serpent and the humanoid version, and I just think she looks really high quality. And the Fishman, I do like the Fishman. I think it's just so fun. Yeah, I think those are some of my favorites. Serpent Warrior, I definitely want to see in games. I want to see people using that in games. Demo scenes. So this is what I've been doing for the demo scenes. I'm in a sort of like a halfway zone with the demo scene update because I'm updating some things but not all things. And part of that was out of necessity. I needed to be faster, but yeah. So this is what I've been doing. I've been going to this, and I've been first getting rid of. I don't know about first. The order doesn't necessarily matter, but getting rid of the descriptions, and then bringing these all up, and then bringing these all up, and I probably have to get rid of these descriptions too. Yeah. Body parts descriptions, turn that off, and then I've also been going to the thing and replacing the blend shapes manager with the new blend shapes preset manager, which also adds the blend shapes manager, and remove this. And then we can go ahead and redo this a little bit. And to do that, we're gonna click the reload blend shapes. This is definitely a script I want to redo at some point. It's on my list. So we got the blend shapes here now. We're gonna quickly make some mins and maxes to make sure it doesn't look silly. So I'm just going to expand all these because I think most of these are going to need a min and a max. I generally will tell the artists, you know, go to the extreme with the shapes, knowing full well that if we do too many to the extreme at once, then it's going to look silly. So I also then end up doing the min max so that it doesn't look too crazy when it gets randomized. So, because if you do go max with everything, it can start. This one's not so bad. It depends on how many things affect the same thing, and it just starts getting weird. Head peak. Yeah, that's kind of forgotten the blend shapes on this one. Maybe we'll keep it there. Head shape. Oh yeah, look at that. And the new script also has the nice blending over time option. Instead of just setting it to a shape value, it can transition to it, which is very nice. It's really fun to see. Whoa, yeah, see now this is an example of probably way too big. Maybe you want that in your game, but for this we're going to say no, we're going to clamp that to only 47 as the max. Hanger size, they don't need to be that thick. I don't know who he's trying to impress. And then hanger length, clearly somebody. And then we'll make this super short but not completely gone. Set min. Belly size. Ooh, too fat. Too fat. Too skinny. Too skinny, too fat. Tail circumference. Tail length. I don't know if that one actually works, because usually things that affect bones won't work properly. So I'm going to keep this pretty minimal. Oh, I've listened to those books, Ed. I've listened to all of those We Are Legion, We Are Bob books on the Audible app. I know, I saw that Substance is updated in Unity, and I need to find some time to use it. And see what it's like. Especially because I am working on some stuff that might make use of it. Oh yeah, see that just... I think there might be still... There used to be a bug in Unity where it would double the size of blend shapes. And so negative 50 would really be where 100 was supposed to be. And I think it might still be happening or something. I might need to, re-add the global... I used to have a value that was like a global kind of modifier to adjust for that. But, whoops, set that to 0. Okay. Spear tip length, that's too much. That's too, and I think it still might be happening because there's no way that the artist would have made that invert for reals, you know. So if we say negative 50, yeah, well, that's still too much. So I don't know. But either way, that's why we have this min-max feature. Tail spikes. I also need to fix this whole controlled shapes thing. I don't think it's working. It used to work, but now it's not working. But it used to be that you could have one shape control all of them so that all the spikes could grow and shrink together. But I don't think it's working anymore. Head spikes. Teeth length, it's a little bit too much in the extreme, so we'll bring it up just a little bit, bring down a little bit. All right, so now in our blend shape preset manager, reload the blend shape list, and every time you change the min max, you gotta click that button too. Yeah, nice probe or something. So, oops, let me delete this one. So we're going to call this one reset. And in reset, we're going to add all of the shapes. They're set to explicit. Then we'll copy it and call this one random. And we will set all to random. And then you can just kind of see it. It works. That's good. This one works. That's good. And then we are done there. You could make more, of course. You could make one that only affects the spear. You could make one that only affects the sword. You could make one that only affects spikes and all sorts of things. You can set explicit values. You can set some explicit values, some random values. So you can, set those how you want. That's sometimes you'll see in the demos there's like a strong button and a weak button. That's how we achieve that. For this one, we're just gonna do these two, and then we will apply our prefab, so we save those essentially, and then we're also going to do the prefab and object manager. And there's not too much going on here with the character. He's got some gear though, and so we are going to add that stuff, and instead of adding each individual one, what we're going to do is create a new group, and we're going to call this wardrobe, and we'll call this, actually let's do it, gear 1 and gear. We'll call it gear, and in our objects we're just going to drag over the gear we want to control on this, and I'm going to keep the shield and spear out of it. And is that it? Just the 3? And spikes is all the spikes. All right, so that's cool. All right, so we got our 3 gear things here, and then we're going to copy that and call this gear 2. And we're going to copy it and call this gear 3. And it's all green because they're all on, but in gear 3 I'm just going to turn these off. The checkbox is a relatively new thing, and that means you can turn them off without removing them, and so there's that. And then let's turn this one on, and for this one we'll keep remove the pouch. What happens to remove the ropes? Okay, and we'll keep this the skirt, so there you go. And we'll make this the default one, so I'll star that. That way, if we ever turn one off, the default one turns on. So now we've got our gear, and we're going to create new groups, and these ones are just going to be, there's not going to have a type. This one's going to be spikes. Spikes, name it that. Create new group, and this is going to be spear or shield, and we'll keep we're not going to do something with the shield, the spear. Might as well. Okay, create a new one for our spear. And then in the objects, of course, just drag these over. So we have our spikes and our shield and our sword, not sword, spear. There we go. And now we can turn them off and on as we see fit. And we can, of course, code for this, and that's what we're going to do with the buttons in the demo scene. So we've got those. Perfect. Let's override. Set our overrides. Apply all to our overrides. So now back in our thing here, for gear 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to delete that 4th button because now suddenly we only have 3. So let's do that. And then here on all of these, instead of doing that, we're going to select our demo, and we're going to choose the blend or prefab and object manager, and we're going to say activate group. Activate group, and we're going to call this gear 1, and on this one gear 2, and on this one gear 3, and that should work there. Oh, I think that was supposed to be texture sets. Oops. Undo, 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 undo. Okay, those are texture sets. I see. This is what we're looking for. Okay, my bad. Okay, so I'm just going to delete all these. and delete this one. Might as well. And then create a new UI button, and we'll set this to 20, and we'll set this to a prettier font than Arial. No offense to you mermaids. And we're going to say this toggle gear 1, and bring this, oops, gear 1, bring this downtown here, and I guess we'll make the font smaller too. Hi Simon, or Sin, sorry. Thank you for supporting the bundle. Yeah, I look forward to having a closer look. I think they're pretty stellar stuff. Generally speaking, I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but they're really not any much different than other things you might have. As I believe I was watching the Game from Scratch, was kind enough to make a video for the bundle and pointed out that really it's just drag and drop. Most of them are just drag and drop. So you can do a lot more than that if you so choose, but you don't have to, of course. And who am I to force anyone to do something that they don't want to do? So let's see. Now we're going to have 3 more buttons for our 3 other options here. So I'll just bring these down here, and we'll say toggle. What are we going to toggle here? Toggle spear, toggle shield, and toggle spikes. Spikes and shield and spear. All right, there we go. So now for these 3, not that, for these 3, on click on the fishman, do the prefab object manager, and of course you can call these via scripts as well. You don't have to do it through the buttons here. You can do it from a code. And we're going to say activate group, and we're going to call this gear 1, gear 2, gear 3. You get the idea, perhaps. Oh. And gear 3. And then for these, we're going to say similar. I believe I have a toggle. Do I have a toggle? Activate, 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 add destroy. Do I not have a toggle? I should have a toggle. Thanks, Wesley. I'm glad you're excited. Let's build ourselves a toggle, which, yeah, I love to add new stuff like this, but I also hate it because it means that I'm going to have to update the support file. And this is a pro tip for everybody with my stuff. If you go to Infinity PBR and click on the See All Assets, which, by the way, if you ever buy anything from the asset store, if you click that first, then you're going to give me 5% of whatever you spend. And that helps out Infinity PBR big time. But if you go to Infinity PBR and you search for support files, you'll find our support files. A lot more people. And this is the last thing you should import, because whenever I update a script, I will try to always update the support files. And sometimes, like, I'm going to update the Fishman script right now. If you install the Fishman and then you install something else, the updates will be removed, and then you might get some weird errors. And that's such a shame, because I want to be able to freely update stuff, but I also feel bad when I update stuff and then suddenly things are not synced, and it takes a long time to upload all of these to the asset store. It takes like a whole weekend of waiting for one to finish and whatnot. So, but that should not stop us from adding a cool new toggle, which I swear I had done this. Nope, I had not. All right, well, activate group. We'll add that right here. We're going to say public void toggle group prefab group. And what are we going to do here? This one will toggle a group on or off, the opposite of whatever it is right now. All right, so group dot is active. So really what it's going to do is say activate or deactivate. Yeah, so if group dot is active, we're going to say deactivate group, else if group, if not else, we'll just say activate group. That's it. If else. And we can do it like this if that's easier to read. That should be it. It's not too difficult of a code there, is it? I was expecting it to be more complicated. Oh well. If I was a little bit more clever, I'd build some system that would check against my own server or something to give you the most up-to-date scripts, but I'm not that clever and I'd probably mess it up and make people really upset. All right, so now we've got these three, and what we're going to do is say toggle. Where is it? How come it's not here? Do you see it? Prefab and object manager. I don't see it. Prefab and object manager. Toggle group. It's public. Maybe I need to do something like this and make it reload or something. Nope. So why the heck isn't it showing up? It wasn't my favorite one. I will be honest. I felt it was my perhaps least favorite one. And there was a big gap between the previous ones and that one. So I had to remind myself who all the characters were. And I feel like they're leading up to like some really big thing because of all the Bobs who have gone off into the distance, and there's some weird stuff going on, but I feel like they haven't gotten there yet. I also like that narrator, by the way. He does a really good job. There's another book I listened to recently. Let's see, what was it? My library. Do I have my library? You can see what I'm listening to. I just got this Slaying the Dragon nonfiction about Dungeons and Dragons. Very interesting. I saw it at the bookstore and I was like, oh, I should buy. I've got tons of Audible credits. I've got 5 credits. So these ones, these from Nick Jones, narrated by Ray Porter. These two were free on Audible. I bought this one with a credit, but these two were free for some reason. Maybe that was their ploy to get people to buy the third one. But these were pretty good. And it was Ray Porter, the same narrator as the Bob ones. He does a good job. It's honestly, he sounds very similar. He's got a certain vocal quality and speech that is, rinse and repeat, but he does a good job. And it works in those books the same as it works in the Bob books. And I don't know if you've not listened these ones from Craig Allinson. These ones are good. I've listened to all of them, and there's actually 16 books because there's 2 spin-off books that are still part of the series. So that's a good one. And I'm pretty sure all they do now is just write books for Audible at this point. What else is good? I don't think I started listening to this and it was kind of weird. I don't think I finished it. Yeah, I didn't finish that one. Just started this one, haven't finished it. This one I couldn't get into. I listened to the first section of the first book and thought, I don't need to listen to anything else. This one was okay, Door into Time. I'm not going to get the second one. Same with the Kaiju Preservation Society. It was okay. Will Wheaton's the narrator. Yeah, I haven't listened. High Strangeness was pretty good. It's like one of those dramatization. A Sea in the Sky, I actually never finished it. It wasn't bad, but it's very slow. and I never finished it. I haven't listened to this. First Life. I think I started listening to that, but didn't. Yeah, I've got a lot of Audible books. Some good stuff here. Lord of the Rings, I listened to the first. I haven't listened to the second one yet, though. But I listened to the first. There's a lot of singing. The Disappearance of Emily Downs. Oh yeah, that one was kind of interesting. I think it's like a young adult novel, really, but it was interesting enough. A little predictable. This was not good. Okay, I decide literature RPG, is not my thing. I like RPGs. I like fantasy novels, but these are not good. And what sucks about them is apparently these are like supposed to be RPGs that you like the characters are in an RPG or something, so their stats go up, and every once in a while the narrator has to read all of the stats, and it's so boring. Yeah. I finally listened to 2001. This one was interesting. The reincarnationist papers was kind of interesting. I don't know if they ever made a second one. Did they make a book too? Yeah, I guess not. Maybe not yet. Book 0.5, that's silly. 1984, haven't listened to that yet. Did I listen to this? Apparently I listened to this, but I can't remember it at all. So it probably wasn't very good. Dragonlance ones, you have those. I haven't listened to this one yet. Ray Porter, Andy Weir, Project Hail Mary. It's got great reviews. I still haven't listened to it. Isn't that weird? I think it's a little weird. I don't know why I haven't listened to it yet. Ready Player One was better than Ready Player Two. There we go. There's Heaven's River, Bobiverse, Book 4. Yes, but you can see that I have listened to a whole lot of these. And they did even a live action one with Zachary Quinto and Kate Mulgrew and Robert Picardo and all these people. So that was pretty neat. But yeah, those are good ones. So there you go. I didn't listen to that. I don't think I didn't finish that. There's a lot I haven't actually finished. But there you go. That's the aside. So the question of the day, though, is why this public void isn't showing up in my list of other things like activate group. I don't see why it wouldn't be showing up. Okay, I just add just another line just to force it to come back here. Come back to Cold Mountain. And it's not showing up. WTF. Am I missing something? Am I in the wrong? I'm in the right one, right? Yep. Prefab and object manager. And let's find it. Activate random, activate group. Activate group, activate next of type. Okay, let me just move this super far up. And we'll make it here. And let's see if it reloads it. Rairia. Did you spell that right, Wesley? How do you even pronounce that? Rairia? Sounds like diarrhea. Sounds like diarrhea. Just saying rairia. Rairia sounds like diarrhea. So I haven't heard of that. Okay. Toggle public void toggle group prefab group. No errors. It's just not freaking showing up. I'm not missing it, right? Activate, activate, activate. That's so weird. I'm going to try something. We're going to save. We're going to quit. We're going to reload it. We're going to open a window because it's getting hot in here. Did it quit yet? I think it did. Asset store projects. We'll load that up again. Open a window. Maybe it just needs to reload. Yes, that's my goal. Well, thanks for your support. I hope that we can get more stuff out there for you to pick up, and certainly come to the Discord. The channel on the Discord, by the way, that says how human the elves can become. I don't know. That's up to you. You can write your game the way you want to write your game. This channel on requests for new packs. I do pay attention to this. Yes. What we need is a new character creator, because the one I have now is very expensive to do things like new races and new wardrobe groups. Yep. And also what Dire Prism says. Yep. But the request for new packs, I pay attention to that. So if you do have requests, can't guarantee anything, of course, but throw them there and we'll see what happens. All right, let's see. Can this work now as it's supposed to? Not the animations. We need the body parts. These, yes. I just don't know. I just do not understand it. I just don't understand why it's not showing up. Wrong button. Oops, wrong button. No, we need writer. Why isn't it showing up? This is one of those things that's taking up way too much time. Let's try a public, oops, not that, whatever that was. Public void activate, and it's not going to do anything. That's it. It does nothing. I'll make sure it didn't add anything up there. Okay. Sometimes when you type in gibberish or autofill some stuff, it'll add some using thing at the top. Ah. Right area. That's better than Ryeria. Although, maybe I want... If I was the narrator reading the audiobook, I'd call it Ryeria until they told me that I'm fired. Well, this is just frustrating. Activate works. What's the deal? What's the difference between activate, and toggle group? I know. It can't take a group. Can't take a prefab group. Duh. That's why. So what we need is a toggle group, string group name, and then, yep, and then do this. That's why. All right. Now it'll work. You guys were all distracting me. That's why. Yes, all three are, yeah, they do a thing. And hi Chris, thanks for the support. I appreciate it. I think what they're trying to do, they separate, because there are three parts to the thing. So they say part one, part two, part three. But this whole full course, I don't think they have a way of saying zero, is my guess, or something. Yeah. And did you know this coupon expires this month? It doesn't stack, unfortunately, with other promotions, but it expires at the end of August. Or I guess not this month, at the end of August. But technically, if you were the type to buy something big on the asset store, this could make it the same cost of the bundle. You know, I was getting gas the other day, and on Interstate 5 in California, there's a place called Lost Hills. Cool name for a little town, Lost Hills, right? But they have the cheapest gas. They also have some decent food. But they have the cheapest gas. They've always had the cheapest gas for the past 20 years, as far as I can remember. And so I got gas there, and it was $5.29, $5.39 if I use my credit card, which I did. So $5.39 a gallon. That's the cheapest gas. Now, further up north, there's actually a newer station that was $4.99. Crazy. And then I wanted In-N-Out Burger because, well, I want the French fries. And so I went there, and as I was driving past the gas stations, knowing full well that those are expensive gas stations, it was $6.59 or something. And I did the math. I got a Prius. It doesn't use that much gas compared to other cars per se, perhaps, but I saved $10 in gas just by getting it earlier. $10, and that paid for my French fries. That's my story. All right, so now we got this, we got toggle showing up here. It's a string, and we're going to say spear. We're going to spell it right, and shield, and spikies. All right, so we got those. They should be working. We'll test it in a bit. And now texture sets, these I think we're going to keep the same. We're going to keep these the same for now. Blend shapes, we're going to do description. We're going to turn that off, and then bring these up. Bring them up. Bring the blend shapes up as well. And so on all of these, we're going to go and say Fishman, blend shapes, preset manager, activate preset, and random. And then for the reset one, we're going to say reset. And then random material, we will keep that, except we're going to make it a new one, because the other thing I've been doing is adding a new demo script, and we're going to call this Fishman demo. And this is why it's a transition, because I'm not getting rid of the old script yet. Someday I just need to like spend a week and update all of these, but that's going to be later. So we're going to looking for Scorpion, maybe Scorpion demo, just any of them really, because I am going to copy and paste the stuff. Oops, all the stuff here. Then it's going to be Fishman demo. Oh, I should be putting this in the namespace too. Oh, ha, I did. I just didn't copy it. Silly me. Okay. Fishman demo and button. Bring in that. Okay, so we got our texture buttons and we got our header. What are we gonna do? We are gonna say change this just to buttons, and we got texture buttons. What other buttons do we need? We need gear buttons, and we need our object buttons. Randomize textures is going to do that, and randomize the other ones. Randomize buttons is going to be text, or gear is going to be gear buttons, and then randomize objects is going to be object buttons. And we could do another thing, I don't know, it's probably overkill, but public void randomize and pass in a button array, and then we can say array random dot range 0 array dot length dot on click dot invoke, and then instead of these, I don't know, it seems like it's overkill, but randomize and object buttons. Is that a little easier? I guess it's a little cleaner, I suppose. And I suppose now that if I really am thinking out loud about it, which clearly I am because I'm streaming, I should put that here. And we should call this, instead we're going to call this invoke random button, and then we should put that here in our parent, and then yeah, that's better. So that's what we should have done for all the others, and I didn't, but whatever. C'est la vie. Let's see. Are there live sessions for these daily classes? I do not believe so. I think the daily unlock Jason is going to look into, but he doesn't want to mess with it right now in case it screws up the whole redemption thing, because there's a lot of people, of course, redeeming it. And so I think he's going to look at that when it slows down a little bit. Yeah. All right, so we got those random, and then we're going to do random all. So public void random all, and random all is just going to do all three of these. Oops. And randomize gear and randomize object. I can't spell. I am not spelling things right. Yep. So now then for our super random, we're going to randomize all. Now the thing is, of course, these are calling buttons, and so they're not going to work in a script as they are written, or in the game as they are written, unless you have buttons, which you're not going to. And if you looked at my demo project for videos, you might notice way up in the top there's a whole bunch of buttons off the screen. That's because I'm actually using this exact script in these where I can randomize stuff while making a video. But I use the buttons by move them off the screen. I don't expect anyone to do that for a game. Super random. I was in Beverly Hills yesterday. Don't ask me why I was in Beverly Hills, but I was, because that's where I want to be. Not really. And these four kids, they look like they were probably 17, 18, 19, whatever. They were in some fancy black car behind my dirty Prius with Bernie Sanders stickers, and they honked at me, and then they pulled up next to me, and they had me roll down my window, and I was like, whatever. So I rolled down my window, and they were like, guy driver said, you know, I think he said effing hate, but I don't know. I hate Bernie Sanders. And I said, okay, good for you. And he said, Medicare should be only for the rich, not poor people like you. And I thought, well, you don't understand what Medicare is, because if you're rich and on Medicare, you're not rich. I mean, that's just, if you're rich, you don't need Medicare. You've got your own private insurance, so there's that. Second of all, I'm like, okay. And then they drove off laughing, and I was like, is that how these kids get their kicks these days? Beverly Hills. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was doing this. Oh, I didn't add it to the Fishman demo. Now we can go to Fishman demo and go to random all. And that should randomize them all. And then, Oh, and we have gear and other textures. So we actually have 2 texture sets to do. We have texture buttons and gear texture buttons. And so we need to do that, randomize gear textures as well. Randomize gear textures. There we go. All right, and then in our Fishyman, isn't Fishman just the best name for this? A Tilt 5 specific class, huh? I don't know. You'd have to ask Jason on that one. I don't know. How many people are using a Tilt 5? Okay, so we need a couple things here. I need to put in my super random button and my reset button. And I believe I need my animator. I don't know if I do. I don't need my skin mesh renderer. I don't think I need those right now. And I do need these. So 3 gear buttons. 3 of these. And actually, I need to redo the code on these object buttons. That's not right. I didn't set that up properly. 4 gear texture buttons. And 8 body texture buttons. That's cool. Can I drag all of these in at once? Probably not, because once I try to select them all, the inspector will disappear. Oh well. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and then fix this code, because the object buttons, those are independent. Each one of those are supposed to be on or off. So it's not going to be this. It's going to be for each of our button in object.buttons. We're going to say button dot if random dot range 0 to 1, 0f to 1f is greater than 0.5f, then return or continue and do nothing. Otherwise, we will say toggle otherwise we will do the button dot on click dot invoke. Okay, so 50% chance of invoking it. Yep, and I believe Jason's story in the last Game Dev show gave a nice example of a slightly cleaner way of doing this. Can't remember it off the top of my head. I don't own a dog. I kind of want to own a dog, but then I don't like picking up their poop. And I also don't have a place for a dog right now. Mine's gray, and it's dirty, and it has a slice of cheese on it that somebody put on it a year ago. And now it just looks like this crusty orange thing with obvious oil that's been dripping down. Yeah. I don't see the point of washing cars. I can't even see it when I'm inside of it, so what's the point, you know? Alright. So that should all work. Let's just try it. See if our buttons do what they're supposed to do. Oh, and I also need to make the timing change. Alright, super random. Seems to be working, except I do need to change the look at all those different fish people. I do need to do a couple things. One, go into my preset manager and change this to 0.5. And 2, change these to instead of activate preset, I want to make these start transition to preset. And that's the one that will make it go over time rather than go instantly. And there's also a bit of a bug, I believe. I found it, and I didn't have time to fix it, where on the Fishy Man, on this value, this 0.5 value that I just updated, doesn't necessarily save, and I need to fix that too. Or check to see if it saves or not. I'm also about to take some aspirin. This is definitely aspirin, everybody, that I'm taking, not something else. Don't get any wise ideas. All right. There we go. Maybe later. That's the transition that we're looking for. That's nice, right? But see, it's going over 2 seconds. Right? Not 5? Yeah, see? It definitely resets. So I think what's happening, I don't know what's happening. Let's see what's happening. Blend Shapes Preset Manager Editor and Blend Shapes Manager itself. And let's see. Lerp seconds. Hide, it's public. It can be serialized. Yes. All right. So manager lerp seconds equals that. Okay. Set dirty. That's what we're probably missing. Yeah, we're missing it dirty. It's not being set dirty. Okay. Dirty. Where's my update? Or on GUI. It's probably on inspector GUI. All right, there we go. That should fix it. And it's not this I want to set dirty. It's manager. Okay. I know. There's no water. There's no water, but there's definitely some fire. I wonder how long it's going to be until people realize there's not enough water and there's too much fire, and maybe it's not as great to live here. But the weather, the weather's like, especially in the Bay Area, the weather's like ideal, and all the predictions on climate change show that the weather's only going to stay the same where everywhere else gets hotter. I think that may make this place more expensive. I'm never going to be able to buy a house. Ever. One day maybe, but never. All right. Let's change this to 2 or 0.5. Save it. But also, of course, I can do this, and that could be part of the problem too. I wasn't applying it, and when I press play, it would reset or something. There we go. Half a second. That's better. It's more impressive when it's a half second because you can really see it. Toggle, 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 toggle. Okay, and then good. Aha, text work. Okay, good. Walk. I noticed in one of the other videos I found on YouTube that the serpent warrior needs to be updated too. The camera isn't apparently following it. Oh, of course I can expand the code. I'm so sorry I didn't do that already. I forget to do that sometimes. I need somebody to remind me. All right, that's the code. I'm using, by the way, in all of these, the Infinity editor, which is in there. So if you want to, you can use it too. Makes it a little easier to write editor scripts. All right. I think this is fine. I could update the animation part, but I don't think I want to right now. So we will save it. Let me go into my publisher account and create a new draft. Publisher.unity.com. Oh, I have to log in. Nope, that wasn't my password. Oh, no. It wasn't. I used a different password. Wait, come on. Ah, I'm in. I think it's just slow. What do you all think about the sale that's going on? Did you notice it was a sale going on? You can get there by going down here, or you can click here and then click here once it loads. This guy looks sad and bored. Oh, and then the asset store is broken. Oh, it's back. Oh, no, I didn't click that. Whatever that is, I didn't click it. It's a busted store. Oh, it was just loading. Okay, it just took a long time to load. And then click this tiny little see all. And then you see all the assets are on sale. All right, let's see. Packages. Fishman. All one word or two words? Not fisherman, fishman. 2 words. Oh, there's already a draft. Okay. And then you got, oh, no, didn't I click all the see all already? Anyways, then you can see all. There's some Infinity PBR stuff on sale. All right, Asset Store Uploader. This is the new one that the Asset Store just released. Isn't that cool? Or Unity just released, I guess. So we got the Fishman. First time uploading the Fishman here, so we're going to include Infinity PBR. I did just have the Fishman, yep. Not to confuse people, Unity's been doing this now. It's the lighting settings there, and my script doesn't handle that. And I don't need to validate. Click the upload button. Okay. That's going to slowly upload. Ooh. 134, huh? Well, at least there are UFOs. All right, so that's uploading. It's going to take a while. And in the same time, I'm going to save this, just export it. I need the demo scene too. Export, I also need the demo scripts. All right, export all of those. And I need the editor. Okay, export all of those. Say Fishman. And then the bonus files are free with the main packs though. So they're not really worth that. That's just to make sure people don't, you know, pull a fast one or something. All right, now we'll bring this Fishman package into this project. Assets, import, custom package, Fisherman. Bring that in. Always an important step here. Don't bring everything in. Look at what you're bringing in beforehand. We do want to bring in the Fishman demo scene, I think. And I do want to bring in all of the fishman. And this one. And that's it. Okay, that's what I'm bringing in. Always good to pay attention to what you're bringing in. That's why they call it Death Valley. Why do you put the bonuses files in separate files from the main product when they're free when you buy the main product? File size, Jack. Brandon, got it. There used to be a limit of 2 gigabytes, and then it was 4 gigabytes. I believe it's now 6 gigabytes on the asset store. But that's still a huge file to download, and increases the chance of people's downloads failing, which is just frustrating. So if I included them all, it'd be like 12 gigs or something. That would also be hard for me because every time I upload something, like I'm uploading the Fishman, I didn't change that much. I actually didn't change the stuff that's taking so long to upload. I didn't change. I didn't change the textures, didn't change anything. All I changed was some of the scripts and this scene in the prefab, but it's taking forever to upload because it has to re-upload every little bit of data, even that data that didn't change. Yep. So that's that. All right, so we got our 3 weepers. I'm going to turn those off. Now we have our Fishman in here. So let's find the Fishman, and we're going to do a few things. I'm going to, actually, before I do that, I'm going to go to the demo scenes, get the Fishman, save that. You can see I'm being very messy in my setup here. I'm just making prefabs willy-nilly, not organizing them, living crazy like. Where's our canvas and viewport content? We need our buttons, basically. So I'm going to take these and texture set Fishman and body parts Fishman and blend shapes Fishman. All right, and then go back to our demo scenes and load the dungeon demo 1. Nope, yes. Don't save. So one of the things I've been wondering is how many people are going to sign up for my YouTube and become new YouTube subscribers. If you haven't, then please do. Make me feel better about myself. Oops. 2.27 thousand subscribers. Has not gone up since earlier today. Oh well. Maybe in time people will. Alright, now we're going to bring in our Fishman demo and put them in layer as a character. Here, let me turn the light on, then you'll see why. Now make him a character. He has changed children. He got a little shinier. How cool is that? And then we need to bring in our Fishman things into our canvas, and then we need to bring those off the canvas. Then I need to relink them, which is a shame. I could probably be clever about this, but I don't know. So I need to organize these as well. Alright, so we're going to relink this demo thing. Alright, our super random button and our reset button, and don't need those, but we need to reset all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got that We Are Farmers jingle in my head, probably because of We Are Bob. buttons. And these buttons. All right. Apply those. Oh, it doesn't really matter. It would be unlinked as soon as it gets brought into another scene anyways. Fishman demo. So now I should be able to hit the R button and have it super randomize in my view here. Let's find out. Do. Let's see. Nope. Why? Why not? Do you like how his eyes blink at separate rates? Isn't that cool? Where's my console? No animator. To the dragon demo. Let's just turn those off. I don't think that should be causing the issue, but let's see. Let's see. By the way, everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate that. And if you're new here, welcome. We have fun. Sometimes we tell jokes. I don't know what that's for. Okay. It's not working. Why isn't it working? I must be missing something. Got my R button. Got that. Got those. Got that. Oh, you know what? I didn't link these up. The super random button, the reset button have to be hooked up as well. That's all. I don't think I actually used the reset button, but still. Fishman demo, start transition to, oops, start transition to string and reset. Okay. Now it should work. 18th time is the charm, as they say, as the common phrase goes. There we go. But the other ones aren't working. They need to be relinked to, I suppose, the textures. I can't remember what they do. I didn't change that this time. Do all of these? Yeah, all of these need to be. Oops. Randomize gear. Randomize objects. No. Ah, gosh. The toggle button is in the equipment system. Yes, replace it. Import custom package. All right. Yep. Nope. Where is it? Equipment system, scripts. Assets, import, new package, custom package. Am I missing something here? Oh, yeah, that's weird. Good. A super random. That would be more than random. That would be super strange. Hi, Jason Story. Faster than humans, but then you can't necessarily see it. I don't know. If it's too fast, then you can't see it. All right, there we go. So now toggle should show up. There we go. Okay. And then I don't remember what these did because I didn't change these right now. So these are going to the old script I know, and they are saying set material and then set material gear. All right. Keep that uploader up. All right. So these are all going to the fisherman, and these three are the old script set material gear, and these ones are the old script set material. All right, now it should all work. Save that bad boy. Twitchy. There we are. And these aren't toggling on and off. Which is probably okay, but I do want the spikes to be able to toggle on and off. Did I not name them proper? Oh. That's interesting. No, they're here. That's weird. Spikes, shield, spear. Huh. And super random. Where is it? Ah, this is why. It's not supposed to do randomized textures. It's supposed to be randomize, which randomizes everything. New one. Random all. There we go. All right. Save it. Press play. Okay. Well. I guess we'll start it up again and see what saved and what didn't save. Let's see. Video Dungeon Project. So, yeah. Waiting for Unity to load. That was different. All right. What did not save? We'll find out. Where's my fishman? Okay. I wanted to check to see if this was set to 0.5. It is. Good. That's good. Oh. This is set wrong. Prefab, activate, group, string, there you go. And toggle group. So these should be working. Should is a very loaded word. Ah, good. They are now. Now we got it working. Good. That's good. Now we can take pictures. So let's make a fishman that we like first. All right, I like that fishman. And slow it down some. And duplicate and duplicate. I think having 3 has been pretty decent. So let's look at this fishman. To the animator, we're going to go with attack 1 and stop it there. Hey, damn it. Attack 1. Stop it there. All right. And now we got our first fishman. Oh, that's a better angle. Okay. We'll take that angle. Move this over here and take our next fishman. Oh, random doesn't work on this one. Okay. Undo. I guess I didn't have to do that. Oh well. I did it anyways. All right. So yeah, duplicate, duplicate. A baseball cap, huh? If I had a human system, that could be possible. Although this one wouldn't be humanoid enough, I think, for that type of system. Okay, so instead of doing that, I think I'll just go and do it the old-fashioned way. There we we go. And then we'll keep all that stuff up, and body, we will take different fisherman body. Sure, purple looks good, maybe. I think maybe the yellow one will be more flashy. Ooh, that one's good. I think I'll go with that one. The koi look. All right, so now this one, let's pose it. Oh, I need to go to the game view for this. Okay. And attack one. Where's my animator button? I couldn't find the animator fast enough. It's not there. Didn't have it selected. All right. Attack one. All right. Fish. Other one, and activate. Activate. Okay, and for this one though, we're going to turn off the shield and make the body into Fishman something else. Maybe 4. Maybe 4. Ooh, maybe 2. That looks the same. Let's go with that one. And animator taunt. Okay, I don't know why this middle one's doing it too. Did the middle one do the other action? Maybe it did. And then this one, we'll keep it the way it is, and we will animate this to be maybe attack 2. Maybe attack 3. Maybe idle break. Idle break's usually a really good one for taking screenshots. Whoops, I pushed the wrong button. Idle break. All right. So we'll move this one over here. Move this one into the middle. We'll move this one over to the side. See how that looks. Okay, and then let's pose them a little bit better. Oops. Is that just stabbing him now? Oh my gosh. Murder. Remember that movie? Murder. What is this? Really? I've heard about the selection-based thing before. That does make sense. This one I'm not sure I like its pose. I don't like its pose. I've changed my mind. Wrong button again. What did I do? How did I do that? Can I undo it? I don't know how I did that. I don't know what button I pressed. Now everything's gone. It made it wider. I don't want it wider. All my other stuff is gone. And I don't know what button I pressed. What button did I press? Oh. Well, I've never seen that before. That's cool. But maximize. All right, there we go. That's the button I pressed. Jeez Louise. What's this, Jason story? Random thought, because we're so into randomization here. If you were to add choreographer, well, that is true. I've not used choreographer, but I know the people who make it. The problem is, Brandon, if I were to karaoke, then I'd get copyright violations left and right because my voice is so pitch perfect. That would mean I would need to choose the music beforehand, which is currently not something I do. I could do it though. I just don't currently do it. So now I need to make this shine a little bit more, that spear. So I'm going to take this and rotate it on its... I really don't like that the local and global are on a drop down. Oh, that's weird. I can't rotate it. That's a shame because it's different from the other stuff. I see. All right, well, all right. Now I'm going to take these. All right, let me just set the lighting differently. Okay. Ooh. Doesn't seem to be having much of an effect at all. Don't do that. All right. Okay, I'm okay with that. All right, let me take a few photos or a photo. And then we will take that photo. Date modified screenshot, not that one, that one. Take it into a Lightroom. Import. Develop a crop. And crop again. Okay. And do stuff to it. Are you able to see? Close. There we go. All right, and then we're going to do stuff to this. We're going to go and make some masks. We're going to make a big one. We're going to invert that and desaturate it. And then we're going to make another one. And, hey, is that another one? Radial. Bring that up a little bit. Highlights down a little bit. Same thing. Yeah, okay. This one though, that looks like they match to me. Export. Astorg, Fishman. You know what pack is gonna be really cool when it's done? The Banshee pack. It's being worked on and almost done. Screenshots, not low poly. These are never organized that well. Screenshots. Choose, export. Fishman. Screenshots, special. This one, bring it into Photoshop. Copy it into all of these. Where's the Fishman? F. It's not here. Is it out of order? Harlequin is out of order. It's probably just out of order. Or it's not here. All right. All right, where would it be? EFG. Duplicate that one. Fishman. Free transform. Save. 2022. All right. Do we have the Fishman here? Where? Fishman. Yes, we do. export this one, same spot. Does it? Tell us a story of the Banshee folklore. I am leaning hard into the orange and blues. Once I got going and I got a setup, I'm like, well, all the photos are going to be right here or very similar. Yep. Somebody said, you know, movie posters, orange and blue. The women of the ferryman. Do they fly and are they ghost-like? Are they scary? I mean, I did see a whole lot of Outlander. But that's not Irish, I guess, is it? Okay. And before I do that one, do these ones. This one's not well organized. Fishman, there it is. Question is, which Fishman will we be showing? Because I can't show all three in this small icon. At least not effectively, I don't think. So I can show this one, show this one, or this one. Probably this one or this one. I think this one's the easiest to see. So we'll go with that one, but I'll make it a little bit smaller. There we go. And then we'll put them up here. Fishman, and we will mask it holding down the Option key to make it a black mask. By default, we got our thing here. We'll just make this bigger and paint this and paint this. And X to invert. Hold Shift to drag over. Hold Shift to drag and click, and there we go. And then fix it. Make this smaller. There we go. That's the small one. Save that, save that. This one, copy that. Fishman, same thing. Oh, look at that. What do we have going on here? There we go. All right. Okay. pushed the wrong button. All right. I'm going to, in this view, upload my new media. We'll do more screenshots when I make the video, which is not going to be tonight. But I'll upload those and we'll check to see, did this finish? It probably did. It freezes or it hangs. It used to crash, but with this new system it doesn't crash anymore. It just kind of hangs there. But with that, let me reload this page, get the date update. Yes, it did. Good. So no, remove that one and remove the super old one. We don't need that. Okay. Then submit. And it's going to be updated at some point. So that's that. What's this about Banshee? Oh, and a question. Oh, there's much to read. Much to read. Oh. Oh no. Can the game modules be used to build a standalone game? Or are they like an add-on? So they are like an add-on in the sense that they can be used to build a game, but they are not like, they don't give you all the logic of your game. They give you the data management layer of your game. You know, how I like to say that how you use it is completely up to you. They're very flexible in that way. You know, you've got items. Yes, they can be used for traditional items. You can use them in other ways too, but let's say you're using them as items. That's great, but how do you want to show the items in your game? Completely up to you. Now, we do have the drag and drop inventory system. That's a module. If you want that look, you can use that, and that part is you know, that's what you get in the game. You can, of course, modify the look and feel of it beyond that, but that's what you get. But in most of the modules, it's pretty much like just the data layer, and then you can use it however you want. You've got to write some code to use it the way that you want to use it, to display it the way that you want to display it. The goal was intended to be a system that makes it easier to set up, especially large role-playing games, etc., with the flexibility in mind, while also giving you the freedom to do things the way you wanted to. There are a lot of great kits out there, and oftentimes if you want something that the kit doesn't do, or you want to do it differently, you have to do a lot of work to make that happen. And I didn't want that. I wanted to be able to do what I wanted to do, but just make it easier. So that's why I started with the game modules. Brandon has to ask. He just has to. What's up with the pigs in the title? Well, it's Magic Pig Games. Haven't seen any pig farm or such with the goblins. Nope, it's true. It's true. No, Magic Pig Games, it just happens to be a really cool name, don't you think? I was sitting there thinking I need a name for the game company, and I thought to myself, what's really cool? And I thought, well, pigs are cool, and magical pigs are cool. And I used to really like the book, The Black Cauldron, and that whole series, and there's a magical pig in that, and I thought, Magic Pig Games. That's something that if somebody saw, they'd think, huh, I should see what that's all about. Magic Pig Games. And so I went on Upwork or Fiverr, probably Upwork, I think, and got this logo made. And there you go. That's it. Even the name Banshee is a phonic version of the actual Irish name. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, Jason, and insult your entire culture. They are relatively benign, often depicted as women in gray dresses crying from sadness of impending death. That is fair. Not this one. This one. That is fair. That is fair indeed. let's look at the Banshee. Before I sign off, I want to look at the Banshee. Since we've been talking about it, and since it's being animated as we speak, maybe not exactly as we speak, because it is probably, 6 a.m. in Wales right now, Jason? And you're up at an ungodly hour, like usual. And my animator, Katie, is in Wales, or somewhere in that area of the world. Banshee, Banshee, Banshee. There it is. There it is. Oh. Nope, wrong button. All right. Open. Banshee. Open. Yes. When was this made? March 15th. That's when I made the textures for this. That's how long ago it was that this was ready to be made. Whoa, wow. My friends went to a lake, and apparently, have you ever gone to Costco and seen those giant inflatable rafts that like an entire city could fit on? Apparently they've gotten one of those at some point. And now there's pictures of them. They said packing up is, of course, the worst part. And yeah, that makes sense. How many people can fit on this thing? Holy shit. It's very big. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids, and there's tons of room. But there's no picture with all the adults on it, too. I wonder if the adults just didn't get on it. Uh-oh. Said it wasn't a friendly show, right? There is an outfit. Oh, but this is the exploded version. Alright, well, this is the Banshee. I don't know if I'm going to get a strike for this. We'll see how strict YouTube is. Once this uploads. Where's the non-human looking ones? I made a lot of textures for this one. There they are. All the other ones are the non-human ones. And it's slow. See, this one's got like fishy scales on it. Yeah. Anyways, you get the idea. There's a whole lot of different textures here for this Banshee character. I don't know if it matches the Irish folklores. I doubt it does. But there it is. We should make a pig, though. And it should be a magical pig. How's the Humble Bundle doing? It started, when I started the stream, 248 had just sold. That's pretty remarkable. Whoa, 412? That's just in the past 2 hours? An hour, 150 in the past 2 hours? Holy cow. Thanks, folks who are supporting the project. It's interesting that the average actually went down. I guess that means more people are buying the $1 thing. Maybe they're just trying to see what the is, you know. The slime. Slime's pretty cool. It comes with all the stuff. It comes with the sound effects. It comes with the music. It comes with the mesh morphing. It's a cool slime. Yeah. You need a slime in your project. Everyone needs a slime in their project. It doesn't have blend shapes, though. There's just not much to do with it. So we never made blend shapes with that one. 29 items. There's supposed to only be 28. Oh, well. So that's pretty exciting. So there you go. Now I have to catch up on some day job work. I know. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what? That sucks. It's 9 o'clock where you are. Why you have to do day job work? And, you know, I just got to get some stuff done that I didn't get done. That I wanted to get done. So if you're not on the Discord already, come to the Discord. The wings, yes, I just need to get an animator to figure out how to make it work right. We have wings for the humans and all the humanoids, any humanoid. What's this? Messages, 57 new messages. Holy cow. All right, let's read through these messages. I can answer questions. Bought the pack. Dragon's Chew legal to use. Yes, it's legal to use. Yes, they're all commercially usable per the asset store. EULA. All right. What's all this? Jason's course. X-Dust. Wait. Access. Listen. I redeemed it so I can't myself. What? Yes. Yes. It's not the other two courses. It is one course. Time race. The course is $997 regular price, and there are 3 parts to it, which is why the Humble Bundle page shows 3 icons, but the copy is, it mentions full value or something like that. I can look it up. I'm going to see. I don't need to say something like that. It says full course. Full course. And part 1, etc. It's a bit confusing, but the 3 parts equal 1 course. Yep. All right. More questions to answer. Excuse me. I have a gargoyle low poly prefab. Good. I want the fly animation to not be root based. Common question. I'm pretty sure, didn't I just answer this? I think I answered this in another thread. How hard is it to create a new race that uses your scripts? Very. Very, 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 very. Depends on your skills with a Z. You have to set up the character with properly, so the wardrobe has to have the same rig as the character, and blend shapes, etc. have to be set up with the right names. Details on that are actually in the inspector for the prefab or from the blend shapes manager. But once you do that, these scripts will work just fine. I see something with a lot of errors. Alright, how do I get Miximo animations to work with the human characters? Somebody was just asking that the other day as well. Import every asset I own. Yes. Yes, that is a problem. Yes. So the first thing is to import the support files last. First thing last. Ha! This will generally have the most up-to-date shared scripts as over time I make updates and sometimes and importing an older one will overwrite the new ones. Also, generally when importing stuff, don't import it all, check to see what's being overwritten first. So that means the support files link, oops, wrong button, support files, the Unreal files are not included, the packs on Unreal are not included. These are all something you can import into Unreal with some manual work, but they all should work in Unreal, etc. But the packs are not. With the timing, I wasn't able to get new stuff into Unreal, and also wasn't able to get them to give vouchers like they did 2 years ago. So that is that, unfortunately. Then this is the custom editor modules. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. It looks like he has an old version of one of these. I'd also suggest importing the game modules bundle last as well, as you may have some older versions of those files too. Yeah, that's the steps I would take. And if there's still errors, then we can talk more, because I don't know. Scripting. Howdy, y'all. Hello, Arte, DM, PC. To put this out there, I'm a dunce for coding, but I consider myself tenacious about it. That's good. My question is about best practice. If I have a scriptable object for speed, which I want to get for my character controller, I have stats. Oh, good. And it's contractual methods on my base character. So this is really a game modules question, it sounds like. To grab speed, I made a method and did what is in image 1, and the UID is the one for my stat speed. Then I set my base speed, which has some math stuff happen. That's good to make things work fine with the player and AI down the line. Not really important to see image 2. Just want to know if this is the kind of way I should approach it. Trying to wrap the brain around it. Yes, that's always important. I understand that. Or would it be more formal to make a serialized field stat speed variable and attach the speed scriptable object directly? Definitely not that. Okay, I see how it works. Felt dirty putting the UID directly in code instead of a variable. Yes, I agree. So instead of making a variable like that. But, RJ, there's something you should check out, and that is the property code. Check out the property code. This was added a month or 2 ago, and if you click the button and export the code, then you can more easily write human readable things to get the UID rather than copy pasting and saving the random string. And to the first question, though. Ah, I see. Base speed is set speed. Okay. Delete that. To your first question. To your first question, Arte. First, set speed looks like it's actually meant to be get speed, since you're saying that base speed equals set speed. So seems like you're looking to set the base value of the stat. You can set a base value in the stat itself, in the inspector, which should always be the default start, i.e. points equals X. And then any character or any I have stats object that gets that stat will start with the proper point value. However, if you want to get the final stat of speed, you could yeah, you got it. Oh. I just realized in your third screenshot you have a good solution. There is one other thing though. A new thing we added. Where is it? Game stat code examples. Use get to add a stat. Check out the use get to add a stat section here. This is a neat thing also added a couple months ago, where you can add a stat if it doesn't already exist when you try to get it. This way you don't actually have to worry about adding stats to anything unless you specifically need it for another reason, because you can simply use this version of get of final stat to add it if it doesn't already exist. All right, game modules. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Humble bundle. More. Okay. All right, coupon should work there as well. Think there might, I'm not completely sure. Yes, it's one redemption and all three parts are in the same course, if that makes sense. Okay. Unity Game Dev General. You want to sell your app. No, you've been muted. Delete message. Oh, this is old. But yes, you were muted. That guy is annoying. Blend shapes not, I don't know. I don't know about that either. Because I don't know how to use atavism. You should use V4. Probably. But I have no idea. Click to see attachment. It's just no. Those are all different courses. This one includes the Game Mastery, GameDev Mastery course. Should be that one. Oops. If you use the code, it should give you that. I haven't tried it. Haven't tried it myself as it's on Jason's site. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep trying to this here. Can you try the coupon on the whole bundle? I'm not sure what you mean, unfortunately. Unsure what you mean. I don't know what you mean. I don't know. The redemption instructions should be when you buy it, and once you redeem it, it should just show up there, and that's that. Got a lot of messages to read, a lot to go through tonight. Anyways, I'm going to sign off. So thank you all for participating, for hanging out. We got the Fishman images updated on the asset store. I wonder if they're there already. Let's find out real quick. Fishman. They are not yet updated, but it will be at some point. You can always tell if something's really old because it has this fade underneath. It gets covered by the quick look. Why is a quick look cover my thing? But that fade underneath implies that the publisher has not updated the key image in many, many years. Also, the size of this implies that they have not updated their key image in many, many years. And things look different now. 2017. Supported Unity. So this was uploaded in Unity 5.1. That was a long time ago. Anyways, I like my Fishman better. Just saying. All right. So thanks, everybody, and I will see you another time. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thanks again for your support. And come on to the Discord sometime and say hi. Bye.